Okay. Well, welcome everybody. I'm just still processing everything we just learned from Habia. Like I'm telling you, I used my chat GPT, and that's what I kind of do always when someone's doing a training on the IPA is I open up my chat and I press record. And it only will record for 10 minutes, but I also kind of speak into it and say, this is what I need right there. And I'll say to sum it up and put it into, break it down for me. And so I was doing that with Habia, and I'm like, holy crow, this is gold. Like what she's telling us. So basically, what I've been learning is exactly what she just put into words for me. Like I know, like from like what I've been this time I've been spending on social media, and just what I've learned in this industry, it's always about the emotion and authenticity. And I think we all overcomplicate, right, what we do, and we think we have to be perfect and we've got to do it this way or follow a certain person and do it exactly what they're doing, or we're not going to get the results. I love the fact that it's like she just shares her day. And the biggest takeaway was simple, authentic, and emotional. And it's making those connections. People are going to connect with you. And I think that is really where it's at. And it's like and like Marlene, I was thinking about you through that because Marlene, who's Marlene? Like, this is kind of what Sarah and I have been talking about this whole time. And I think this is why I feel like I'm so excited right now because when Sarah and I decided to do this training on Wednesday mornings, it's exactly like it's all of that. But I don't want us to feel overwhelmed by holy crow, I've got to do this different, this different. It's just like what she said, like just do it, like just share your stuff. Like Marlene is who's Marlene? Well, I know Marlene loves her plants. And so Marlene could just be starts her day by watering her plants. She's out and she's probably rearranging them as always too, right? So, but just sharing that, like what her day looks like. And it's like there's people out there that are gonna relate to Marlene, her tribe. I didn't write much down because I used Chat GPT, but who are you? That's exactly what we're trying to do here, Sarah and I, is work with everybody and ourselves to help us figure out who we are, right? And then that's where we build those connections on social media. And it's like we're not gonna always relate to everybody, but it's like and Habia saying, her biggest thing is like finding your tribe. Well, your tribe's gonna find you. And I feel like that is key. And like, for her, she's got two daughters. So she's raising her daughters. So she's going to find people on social media. Her tribe's going to find her who are raising daughters, right? So it's like who loves plants, who whatever. Like we all have our own story, and there's only one of us, and I love that part too because we are not. I'm not going to go out there and be just like Barry Griffith. I don't know anything about football, but I love Barry Griffith. But I'm going to connect to emotion, right? And that's I think the biggest thing and that's the same with our business. It's an emotional connection. People come to us because they see something that speaks to their emotions. It's like, oh, I need that, or whatever it is, right? And so we've just got to really, I just think that we've got so much content now. I have so much information on my phone I saved. Like this is going to be so good for the next little while. We can work together and just really help each other to build that content. We've got some exciting things to talk about too, Sarah and I, because like we want to really help people get out of their comfort zone as well. And I know, Sarah, how do you want to do this today? Do you want to like, because I know right now for me, I'm really processing everything I learned, so my brain's a little bit like,
No, and so you have a lot of good points. I'm going to share my screen real fast, and normally I wouldn't do this, but I'm going to do this. So bear with me, guys. Let me put everybody down at the bottom. Okay, so some of this stuff, and I agree with Carmen. Today was absolutely gold, and of course it pulls up on the other screen. Can you see the big screen now that says how carousels work?
yes,
Do you see that, Carmen?
yep.
Okay, good. I will make sure you guys have access to this. I took screen capture. So, Carmen, you use ChatGPT to take notes. I I can't take notes during my PA because I'm running the show, right? So I'm trying to make sure that everybody is locked down, answers are getting questions are getting answered in chat. But what I do is it is recorded, so all of us can go back and watch it, and I can put that link out for everybody. But it is on Coach Todd Rowland's YouTube channel. But we also like I have screenshots, so I'm gonna make sure that you guys have access to these. This is gold. Like I love social media. I didn't even realize how carousels work. And that's saying something, right? But like I'm gonna go to the next one. What works in videos? She explained everything that we need to do when it comes to video. The hook, the call to action, because you have to tell people what to do because they're going to be like, okay, I'm just going to keep scrolling, right? So having that call to action is very, very important. And all of this that we've learned today is the exact same stuff that Carmen and I were going to talk about with you guys. And I'm going to go to the next one real fast, which is stories, posting in your stories. You can post in stories on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, but did you know that you can also post like in a story on WhatsApp so that all of your international friends can see whatever it is that you're promoting in your story? How cool is that? There's a lot of people I noticed in chat on the IPA that did not even know that. And
And you
that's something that we can do. We can all work and show you guys how to access that on another day. But Carmen, what you were just talking about is showing the real life moments, such as Marlene and her plants, Barry and Dallas Cowboys, me with storm chasing. I mean, there's people want to see who we are. They want to see who we are authentically, not who we pretend to be. What do you think, Carmen?
I agree 100%. And I think the whole thing is about the stories. Stories like ours, like when they talk about the hook, I think so. So taking our stuff in the carousel, like it's like 30 seconds, and I don't because people do people, definitely like they get distracted easy, right? But I think like, Sue with her horses, like everybody, I think that everybody thinks like, oh, I don't really have that story, but it's like, but you don't know, like people are going to relate to you. And I think it is biggest thing is being authentic, bringing out the emotion of what you do and sharing the struggle, but ending it with something positive too. Like like when you like solution, right? Like bringing that solution to people. So what I liked about what Habia said too is she'll always share her same story for the next 20 years. Back when I was 300 pounds or whatever, right? Or whatever it is, or and what has this what this has brought into our lives as a solution and the emotional attachment to that attracts your tribe, right? So everybody's got a different why. And I think that's why it's so important for us to really know who we are. And that's exactly what she said is who are you? And nobody is like you. You're the only one. Thank God, right? Some of us.
Heard a funny Joyce Meyer quote. She said, "Don't try like be like other people. They're already taken."
Exactly. I heard that
That's
too,
true.
Jerry. I love it.
That is true. So, guys, we won't keep you long today, but what we've been talking about and what Carmen started talking about is we have a call to action now. We all just got off the call with Habia Gill. If you don't know who she is, we'll make sure that you have all of her social media handles. She's on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. But she gave us an incredible social media training. And if you weren't there, I'm so sorry you missed it because she was telling us how we can relate to people, create stories, create reels, create carousels. And she kept using the word free. And I love that because when I first entered into this industry, I was like, oh, I got to buy this. Oh, I got to buy that because I wanted to be the absolute best. But what we also have to realize is the absolute best does not have to mean it's something paid, like ChatGPT. She was using ChatGPT as an example, quite a bit of an AI tool that she uses a lot. I use ChatGPT, but you don't have to necessarily have every single thing that's the paid version. Utilize what you have in the free version, and you're still going to go far. as long as you're utilizing your social media. Make sure you're posting, following the system of growth where you post at 9 a.m. and 3 p.m., but then also posting who you really are authentically in your stories. Create reels. I mean, Carmen, going down the road, you might be like, oh, this is cool. So I'm gonna like video it, right? And then she might make a reel about it. Like, I cannot believe that I'm here. 10 years ago, I would not have expected that I was here. That's just an example. I don't know if that's true, but that's just an example. But we are all creating momentum. There is so much happening. And I know Carmen, we've had conversations, and I know I speak for the both of us here. We can feel it in our souls happening right now. There's this huge momentum, and I'm just exploding. Like, I'm exploding at the seams. Like, I'm so excited because we're all going to crush it right now in our business. I
I
just feel it.
agree. You know what? And that's another thing Javier talked about was our energy. And like, before she does a live, she gets up and jumps around and sings or does whatever she does, claps. And then before she goes and does a live or a video or whatever it is, I think that is key. Like, right now it's like I might not even be making much sense because I'm so excited, but people are going to be attracted to our excitement, and we have a vision, and we are excited about what we're doing and where we're going. People just that's where the tribe start will follow. Like, they're gonna follow us no matter what, because they're like, it's like, what do they have that I don't? What, like, people, before this, people, I mean, it's like, if you don't have a hope, if you don't have a vision, if you don't have a purpose, people are humdrum. They're like, oh, you know what I mean? And so when they start kind of watching your stories, and I'll tell you, that's where it is, stories. I love stories because you can see who's watching you, and you can see who. So just for an example on that, I had this guy that's been watching my stories. Now, I don't know at first what his purpose was, like, who, whatever, but I don't care. I'm like, whatever. So I reached out to him. I see Sue laughing. I reached out to him, and I was like, because I happen to be up in Grand Prairie and I know he's in this area. So I just said, hey, let's meet for a drink or something. And, because I noticed him watching my stories. So my whole goal was to go there and sign him up. And he knows it. He told me that last night. He signed up last night too. But I asked him to. I asked him. So he was like, you're really, he said to me, you're really killing it on social media. And I had to laugh because I'm like, well, I don't know what I'm doing on social media half the time, but I'm playing. But the biggest thing I got from that, and same with Happy this morning, is all I'm doing is sharing content. I'm putting stuff out there. I'm learning, and I'm learning. I'm not perfect by this at no means, but I'm learning and I'm growing. And anyways, by the end of the conversation, I didn't want to go in hard, like, hey, I want you to sign up. But within about 5 minutes, I asked him to sign up because I couldn't help myself. And he laughed and he was like, I know that's why you're here. And I go, oh no. I go, I really wasn't, like, I go, but we've got free enrollment today. So, I mean, you got to do it right now. So it was kind of like, anyways, he ended up signing up. But my point is, but he also saw my excitement. Like, I wasn't sitting there like whining about my business. I wasn't complaining about my life. I was just sitting there like smiling, and I was like waiting. I just think that people join us because of our energy, right? Like they do. And I think it's exciting. But sorry, I'm babbling. I don't mean to babble.
No, you're not babbling. I mean, and that's something to remember. We need to show the energy. We need to show that we're excited with whatever we're doing, especially here in this business, right? And that's you hit that on the nail, Carmen.
Thanks, Sarah.
And with that, so going back, Carmen, uh eh, you said you had posted a story and he had seen it, right?
Hmm.
So that's what the title of this slide, social media is the new invite. He saw her post or her story, and then she's like, okay, I'm gonna reach out. I'm gonna be like, hey, you want to have a drink? Let's have a drink. So then she made that as an appointment. Hey, that's also a tax write-off here in the States. I don't know if it is in Canada.
Yeah, it is here too.
There you
That's
go.
when I saw him, it's interesting because he's on my Facebook, but I saw him watching my stories on TikTok. I didn't even
Oh,
he had a different name on there and everything. But what I did is I reached out to people who are watching my stories consistently. I reach out and I'll just say, "Hey, how's it going? How are you?" Like blah blah blah. I start a conversation. And then I obviously led into like, because then I knew that I was in the area, so I met him for coffee. But other people who I've got in my inbox right now, I just message people and I just ask them how they're doing. How's life? What are you up to these days? Tell me about it. I just ask questions and get people to engage. And that's also huge for social media because they like the algorithms recognize that. What I'm getting on my Facebook a lot right now is I'm a great conversation starter. Facebook's recognizing me for that. So that will be really good for my algorithms. And I'm not really doing much, you guys. I'm just saying hi, ask a couple questions. And I do that on people who are on my story. So I click on their name and if it's a girl sometimes that I've known for like years ago, I'll send her a couple hearts because I want her at the top of my messages so I can go back, at a certain time and try to engage in a conversation with her. But I usually just start by asking a couple questions. And then some people either they look at it, they don't, sometimes they'll just answer really quickly. And you know what? But I have that conversation there. So when I'm deciding that I've got time, I can go back and start, I'll go on their Facebook, I'll like a few things, I'll throw a couple comments, you know what I mean? And they see me stalking them. So then they'll probably go on my Facebook and see what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like it's just, but when they're engaging, you're going to like make that connection. It's all about those connections, I guess is what it boils down to. And oh
It
yeah,
is.
I didn't even look at the slide. Building connection, creating curiosity. And I think that was huge too. And that's the hook. And I think what I'm recognizing right now for social media is when we do stuff, we can always write a little something on our videos, like by text when you use the little, we can get into that one of these days. Hey, Sarah, like how to do all that. But
Yeah.
that hook, and I think also ask chat. Okay, I want to post about I'm just whatever I'm doing, and I'll ask chat what would be a good hook, like a curiosity thing. Like I posted about me and Sarah's training, just for fun. I like to have fun. I like to create stuff, and I enjoy doing it. Actually, it's fun. But I wrote on there, "Are you curious?" I would be too. Like, I know people are going back and watching it twice because I posted it twice and I see people coming back around. What is she up to? You know what I mean? And it just creates that curiosity and it's exciting. I made it fun. You know what I mean? So people also like to when people are walking around in their everyday busy lives, kind of a humdrum feeling sometimes, and they see something exciting, it does catch their attention.
100%. And I don't have to read anything on this slide because you talked about it. Everybody is watching, everybody is scrolling, whether it's our videos, our Facebook posts, whether it's stories. They're looking for something different. They need that. They need to see the energy that we had talked about previously. And so that way we can make those connections because we've built the curiosity within them. And then once we connect and make those connections, then we start building that relationship where Carmen talked about she sends, if it's a girl, she sends her some heart emojis and stuff. She's making that connection, making her feel like she's can easily have a conversation with Carmen, right? And so that's where it all begins. And another thing, remember, you do not have to be perfect. You just need to participate. You need to post your stories, make the Facebook post, act crazy and do a reel, just have fun with it. Be authentic of who you are. Because someone's going to connect with you based on who you are. And it doesn't matter what you do. Again, an example, Barry with the Dallas Cowboys and me with severe weather or weather in general. Marlene with plants. We all have something that we do every single day or that we're a part of that people want to connect to, right? So that's really cool.
Hmm.
All right, Carmen, should we tell them what we have planned?
I think so.
Okay, guys, we are planning a weekend blitz. And you might be like, girls, what are you doing? What is this exactly? So this is an online event, and what it does is it's going to give every single one of us, not just me, not just Carmen, all of you, a chance to share content, to post stories, right? And we've been talking about this today. We're going to create excitement. We're going to have guests that we can invite, and it's going to give us all momentum so that people can plug into this weekend blitz group, right? And what we're going to do, and starting today, I don't care if you've had a bad Monday, if you've had a bad Tuesday, starting right now, right this second when you are watching this. This week is about showing up. So if you've not shown up all week, make sure you do that today. Show up, post consistently, engage with each other, right? Carmen mentioned about someone, just looking at her stories and she engaged with them. I want you guys to do that. Support the team momentum. Guys, I've mentioned in the beginning, there is so much momentum that is building. I can feel it in my soul and it makes me so excited. And I want to support you guys. You are my team. I love you guys and I want the absolute best for you. So I'm going to support you. And I want you guys to support one of the, let me try this again. I got too excited there. I want you guys to support one another as well because there is so much momentum that is happening. It is unbelievable. And invite boldly. I don't know if you guys believe this, but I'm actually scared to invite people. That's one of my sticklers. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this for you guys. I'm going to do it for myself. I'm going to do it for my business. I'm just going to go and invite.
I love that,
Anything you
Sarah.
want to say, Carmen?
Yeah, I do. So, hey, first of all, are we going to start a new Facebook group for this? Like we haven't done that yet, have we?
We have not done that. We have a lot of work to do.
We do. I know. I was thinking that too. I'm like, should we push this till next weekend? Holy crow. But you know what? This is where the people who are going to get results are the ones that are going to participate. This isn't a Carmen and Sarah show. This is a team effort. This is all of us. We've put together kind of a plan. And so what I just want to share with that is a year ago March, when I first started with Partner Co, I knew from another company some people were doing what was called an online blitz, and so I wanted an opportunity to invite because everybody's running like we're doing events like in-person events, which is great. It's sometimes hard to get a brand new guest into like to leave their house and drive and park and get into an online event because they don't know the value of what we have yet. So until they know that, it's like unless they're really seeking it out, it really is like even they'll be planning to come and at the last minute it's like, oh my God, a good show just came on TV. I think I'll just watch that and eat some popcorn. That'd be Carmen. But what I want to say is, so when I did this online weekend blitz over a year ago, I had we all participated. I had just a handful of us that had been in the business. And so what we did is we made, some easy invite scripts to send out. And I really want to speak on Habia, like with the voice clips, like start with a script, but always leave a voice clip. Like, I want you to come. People also like, for example, like I want to make a script where it's like, will you support me? Will you support me? Because people are, what are they going to say? No. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, so we'll make these scripts. I just give us a minute on that today. I'm going to work on that today. But basically, we're going to make a Facebook group, and we have a plan. We're going to launch a weekend blitz for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And what we're going to do as a team, and we all need to participate because the more excitement in that group that we create together, the more people are going to want to be a part of what we have. If it's just me and Sarah posting in there, they're going to be like, okay, cool. But what you're going to do is you're going to use the scripts, or you're going to just use your own verbiage, whatever you choose. And you are going to invite into a weekend online information thing, really. And so we'll start it on Friday, and we've got what I would like to get from a lot of the team is just a little short video of why you're here. Hi, I'm Sue Huff. I'm here because, I'm so excited to share with you. Welcome to our weekend blitz. We are glad you were here, a little like just a team invite. And we can kind of share some things like that. Like, so that's where people get to meet the team. Who I invite might not really think, oh, I can't do what Carmen does, but they're going to see Marlene and go, but I really like plants, or I like, Marlene, I like her style, or Sharon, or whatever, or Barry, you know what I mean? Or some guy might like football. Well, I'm not going to be their person, but if we all participate, we're expanding that tribe. You know what I mean? And they see that we have a beautiful team of people that they can connect with. And so that's kind of how we want to start this off. I'm hoping that everybody participates. And then basically when you're inviting people in, so say I've got a guest coming in that I know is a plant person. I'm probably going to tag her, go, you got to meet Marlene. Tag her underneath Marlene's video or tag her under Sarah's video because they love storms, like whatever it is, or what, and we tag them and then we all give it love and we support and we participate. So we're going to start with that. We're going to have testimonies, like why partner code testimonies on Friday, why we're here. And then Saturday, we're going to get into more product stories, product testimonies. We'll have some stuff from the doctors, like Dr. Plant stuff, Dr. Strand stuff, or whoever Sarah's probably got a good thing. Sarah's also making connections for other people that in partner code that we can use their testimonies and their whatever interviews or whatever, that kind of stuff. And so we're just it's not going to be like all brand new content here, but we're using this for a starting point for people. It's like a relaunch launch, and you invite your people, your prospects into this event. If they like it, they're going to start inviting their friends too. Like we can keep growing off of this and tagging people in certain posts. This is what I was telling you about. Remember I told you about Renew. Maybe I told you about the drops. This is what I was telling you about. Isn't that amazing? And we need to comment, like, and take part in it. And then we'll do all that on Saturday. And then Sunday, we're going to have more business stuff. I'm going to see if Joni and Chris will come on and maybe do a online presentation or something but we want to just kind of create a business thing and then we'll kind of wrap it up. But what we'll do is we'll leave that page open for us to continue using it, and it will just keep it going. But we've always got to participate because we want to have an online presence. And then what Sarah was saying, which I thought was golden yesterday, is that all of this content we're going to be putting in here, you can start using that content on your own personal Facebook pages, so this, sharing other people's stories or whatever it is. So I think that's the goal here. And I feel like if we, obviously the more participation we have from our team, the better we're all going to do and succeed at. And I think it's huge. And then if people see how easy and simple it is, oh, I can just bring them into this and tag them here. And oh, wow, I think that's really going to create simplicity for duplication. And as we know, duplication in this business equals success. So do you want to add to that, Sarah?
No, you hit everything, every single thing. And guys, those dates are May the 29th, the 30th, and the 31st. Yes, we do know that it starts 2 days from today. It's going to start on Friday, but we've already got this all planned. We will be making the Facebook page today, and we're super excited. I don't know about you guys. There's some ones in chat if you were excited, because I know I am. All right. And another thing that we want to talk about is that you're not going to be doing this alone. We are here to help you. I got to stop getting excited, Carmen, because my mouth is not keeping up. Oh my goodness. I apologize, guys. I'm just so excited. I'm like, let's go. There's so much energy, right? But our goal here is to help you. We're going to help you build confidence, whether it's online, whether it's, having those conversations with people behind the scenes. We want to help you build your confidence, right? And we want to strengthen your personal brand, who you are, what you want to give out to people and show them like who you are, right? Your personal brand. We want to simplify social media. And it helps that we had the training today with Habia because she broke everything down for us. Again, I'll make sure that you guys have all those graphics that she shared because there's a lot of nuggets on those. Also learn what to post and then also take action immediately. Say someone shows interest. You're not going to just go and jump right in and be like, oh my goodness, let me tell you all about it. And then like word vomit on them, right? You want to want to take it slow and get to know them. If they're immediate, like Carmen's like, Sarah, what are these drops? I'm going to tell her, hey, these are what these drops are. And I'd be like, oh, actually, you know what? Let me send you my story because these drops have truly changed my life. I've lost 64 pounds with them in 6 months. Now, granted, not everybody's the same, but you should definitely listen to this and think about it because these could really change your life, right? So it's taking that action, having that conversation, making them feel comfortable, and then showing them, hey, this is what you need, right? All it takes is one post, one story, one conversation, one invitation. Guys, that is how momentum begins. I know it has for me. Carmen, I know it has for you too, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I just get so excited, you guys, because I know right now, like just even where this company, where we're at as a whole with our community, with this company, and like, I mean, we're over 2.5 years old now, but like also next month, you guys, we're also launching Moringa. Like, I mean, so we're bringing people in, and I'll just kind of share this to you. Like last night when I went to meet with Marco, he, the first thing he kind of said to me was, a little bit about, that he ordered a salad, and I said, oh, I'm going to order chicken wings, and he says, oh, I'm trying to watch my weight, and so, so that was just part of I didn't just jump on him right there. But I sat and listened. I listened to a lot of things. What I also recognize is he also just maybe going through a tough time. So he maybe just needed a friend also. So you know what I mean? But in the end, what I'm trying to say is like I didn't just, tell him that he has to take those drops. I waited till I asked him questions. I learned a bit, and then he shared like, that he, about losing weight or whatever. And I just told him, I said, he actually had tried the drops a year and a half ago and they didn't work, he said. But I said to him, I go, Marco, did the drops not work or were you not working? I go, did you actually take the drops? And I wouldn't let him buy one box. I made him sign up, and I said, because you know what? You did that last time. I go, you bought one box, you never used it. I said, so now you're going to spend $500 today so that you're invested in this business and in these products and in your health. And that's what happened. And so, but again, what Habia said, it's like telling people, like the call to action, like telling them, asking them, like they don't know. They'll do what we tell them. Because at first he was kind of like, oh, I'm not doing that. And I said, oh, yes, you will. And I just smiled. I go, why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? Like, and I also said, I called him on that. I said, do you trust me? I go, do you think, I go, you know me well enough to know. I go, at this point in my life, do you think I'd be putting my name behind a company that's just here today, gone tomorrow? This company is like, we've got so much, everything we need right here. And so all it is for us, each of us, is about exposure, believing in ourselves, believing in what we have, believing in the vision, and sharing that with others, and keeping it simple, exciting, and like, creating that need, like finding that need in someone else's life and filling that need, filling that void. And so anyways, I get right off topic there? I feel like I did.
No, because you were talking about how you had that conversation with him and then you gave him a call to action. You didn't just let him be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna do what I did last time, get a box of drops, blah blah blah." No, you told him, "No, you were going to be all in because last time didn't work for you. So, what do you got to do? You got to change how you did things." And you told him, "Hey, you're going to be doing this." And he did it, right? He listened to you.
Mhm.
And so, and he also he knew to trust you because you are trustworthy. You showed him you've been doing this. He's known you for how long now?
A long time, years.
Yeah, so you built that trust. And that's what we do with what we post on stories, what we do on our daily Facebook post or any social media post, right? Is that we're building that trust and whatnot.
That's exactly.
So,
Sarah, just right there, Habia really talked about that too, that the stories that she's sharing is building that trust. Her story builds that trust because people that don't know us on social media, they're following and they're learning. And people will join us in this business. Why? Because they like us and they trust us.
yep,
That, that is it right there.
100%. And guys, we do realize we're getting to the top of the hour and we want to close with a couple of things. So now's the time. I've talked about it this whole 40 minutes that we've been on the call. We are in a momentous season. There's so much momentum happening. Heck, I couldn't even talk half the time because I'm so excited, right? And this is a time that all of us could participate. whether it's posting, exactly our story, doing a short little 30-second clip of why you're here in Partner Co, how the products have helped you. It doesn't have to be just the drops, right? But having that participation is key. And then also visibility. We want people to see you. We want people to see us, right? And that's another thing. So, and I did not fix this slide, and I'm so sorry, Carmen. But the people who show up are going to be the people who grow. And we want you guys to grow with us. We want to grow together. We want to build trust. We want to build a strong team, right? And we're going to start that all over again on Friday with the weekend blitz. So, guys, let's all learn, let's all apply, and let's build together because here at Partnership, what is it? I forgot what it is, Carmen.
That is so funny. Powered by partnership. No,
I
I
should
don't
know
even.
that.
We do the
I should
power
know that.
hour.
It is the power hour.
I
But we're better
wonder.
together, guys.
Yeah,
That's the
we are.
gist of things. We are better together.
Even if we talk at the same time. Um,
Yeah.
I want to just say this too. This is something I've heard many times over the years, but we always tend to overestimate what we can accomplish in, say, 3 months or 1 month with this business, but we underestimate what we can accomplish over the long term, 2 years, 3 years. Those of you that showed up here today, those of us that are here right now, if we just take action and keep it simple and just keep posting, keep putting ourselves out there a bit, you know what I mean? Doing the uncomfortable. If we just do that a little bit every day, it's going to change our lives. And that's what we know for certain. It's the ones that don't, the ones that quit are the only ones that won't make it. The ones that show up consistently, keep going and work with us. We're all here to do this together. And I am so excited about that.
At least you could keep your words together with your excitement. I'm very jealous.
Not really, Sarah. I wasn't sure. I always think yeah, it's like,
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I really am truly excited, and I'm super excited to work with you guys because I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. But
we're
I
going
did
to have
share
a
in
fun
chat.
weekend, you guys.
Yes.
I'm taking a picture.
Yes, take a picture. And then also, before you close this out, I did put all the stuff that we got from Hobbyist Training, all the screenshots. I did put that in chat for you guys.
Awesome. Yeah, okay. I'll throw it into our team chat, you guys. I'm going to put a few things together because I took a lot of notes. I don't want to overwhelm everybody. So I'll just but yeah, we got lots of good stuff. So I really want you guys to participate in our weekend thing. I really want our team to really explode from this. And I know I'm going to go in and do a voice clip soon here and just get everybody pumped up. But I really need some short videos to start with on Friday. So let's do it, guys. Let's just jump in and do this together.
Let's do it. Woo!
Great job, ladies. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You guys have a wonderful and blessed day.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.